KSDL, Karnataka Soaps and Detergents Limited presents award ceremony, Book Brahma Sahitya Puraskara 2025. So I'm requesting Jnanapita awardee and Padma Bhushana awardee, Shri Chandrashekhar Kambara sir, please requesting you on stage. Come on, let's welcome the guest of the award ceremony, Shriyuta Chandrashekhar Kambara ಅವರು ಜ್ಞಾನಪೀಠ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಪುರಸ್ಕೃತರು ಮತ್ತು ಪದ್ಮಭೂಷಣ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಪುರಸ್ಕೃತರಾದಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ ಕಂಬಾರ್ ಅವರನ್ನು ನಾನು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಬರಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಪುರಸ್ಕಾರವನ್ನು ಬುಕ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಪುರಸ್ಕಾರ 2025 ಇದನ್ನು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಇದನ್ನು ನೀಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಈ ವೇದಿಕೆಯ ಭಾಗವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗಬೇಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ವಿನಂತಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಜ್ಞಾನಪೀಠ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಪುರಸ್ಕೃತರಾದಂತಹ ದಾಮೋದರ್ ಮೌಜೋ ಅವರು. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ವೇದಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಅಲಂಕರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಜ್ಞಾನಪೀಠ ಅವಾರ್ಡಿ Damodar Mauzo to join and to sit on the stage. And next is Dean Professor of Finance at TAPI Management Institute, Bangalore. That is Mr. Aditya Mohan Jadhav. I'm requesting. And Kerala's most influential writer, K.R. Meera madam, you are requesting on stage, ma'am. And Professor Nadoja Hampa Nagarajaiah sir. And Sathish Chapparike, founder and festival director of Book Brahma Literature Festival 2025. And Devu Pattar, editor, Book Brahma. I'm requesting all the dignitaries on the dais, please. As I mentioned before, I want to highlight about the award first, and next I'll come to the point, who's the awardee. Yeah, every year we decided the literature festival should have one Puraskara, that is Sahitya Puraskara. And that Sahitya Puraskara, we are going to design to choose based on the language. I mean to say, in the last year, we focused on the Tamil language, where the awardee was Jai Mohan. And next is, this year we focused on the language, Malayalam. And this is a Life Achievement Award. And to highlight this award, the award has included a cash of 2 lakhs as well. More than that, in the coming days, again, the focusing of the language will take the diversion, and this legacy will go on. That is what the highlights I can share with you about the Sahitya Puraskara. And now, let me come to the point of the awardee. That is very important, for which you're all waiting for. And yeah, as I mentioned, this year we mentioned for the Malayalam language. That awardee is none other than Kerala's most influential writer, K.R. Meera. Huge round of applause. Madam, on behalf of everyone, congratulations. Yeah, now Sanjana is here to give the introduction about awardee of Sahitya Puraskara 2025 of Book Brahma. Yes, Sanjana, please.
This evening we honor one of Kerala's most powerful literary voices, K.R. Meera, a writer whose works boldly challenge traditional power structures and deeply engaged with political and social realities. She has inspired readers across languages and generations. Her literary brilliance has been recognized with the Kendra Sahitya Academy Award, Kerala Sahitya Academy Award, Odakulal Award and YLR Award. Her iconic novel RHR, hailed as one of the greatest in Malayalam literature, has reached over 2 lakh readers, and in its English translation, Hangwoman was shortlisted for the DSC Prize for South Asian Literature in 2016. Many of her works, The Poison of Love and The Unseen Idol of Light, have been translated into several Indian languages, extending her reach far beyond Kerala. Before becoming a full-time author, Meera was an award-winning journalist with Malayalam Manorama, known for her fearless reporting on human rights and social injustice. From her debut short story collections in 2002, her novels, novellas and children books, she has given literature unforgettable characters, powerful themes and an unwavering commitment to truth.
Ma'am, it's very honor for us to give this award. Yes, now I'm requesting all the dignitaries on the dais to present this award to the awardee, that is K.R. Meera Madam, who is Kerala's most influential writer. Please, ma'am, requesting you to receive it. And specially I'm requesting ಜ್ಞಾನಪೀಠ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಪುರಸ್ಕೃತರು ಮತ್ತು ಪದ್ಮಭೂಷಣ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಪುರಸ್ಕೃತರಾದಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ ಕಂಬಾರ್ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತು ಮತ್ತೋರ್ವ ಜ್ಞಾನಪೀಠ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಪುರಸ್ಕೃತರಾದಂತಹ ದಾಮೋದರ್ ಮೌಜೋ ಅವರು ಈ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಗೂಡಿ ನೀಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇದರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಇತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಣ್ಯರು ಸೇರಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯ ಪುರಸ್ಕಾರವನ್ನ ನೀಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Now, before I request guest of the stage, that is Aditya Mohan Jadhav, who is the Dean, Professor of Finance at TAPI Management Institute, Bangalore. So, before I ask our guest to speak about the today's gathering, I want Sinchna to give a brief introduction about Aditya Mohan Jadhav. Please, Sinchna.
Aditya Mohan Jadhav is currently the Dean and Professor of Finance at TAPI Management Institute, Bangalore, Constituent Unit of Manipal Academy of Higher Education, MAHE, Manipal. He joined TAPMI in March 2014 and has completed around more than 9 years at TAPMI. During his tenure at TAPMI, he has contributed as a program chair of the TAPMI Banking and Financial Service Program from 2015 to 17, TAPMI Admission in charge from 2017 to 19, and in charge of institutional branding and corporate engagement and placement from 2019 to 21. His last role at TAPMI was as the HOD for the accounting, economics and finance area. He has conducted training programs for professionals from Indian Railways, ICICI Bank, MRPL, Syndicate Bank, Kannada Bank, NSC, etc. He has teaching experience of around 17 years and industry experience of around 3 years. Prior to joining TAPMI, he worked at ICFAI, Hyderabad, for around 8 years, during which he pursued his PhD from ICFAI. He visited Monash University, Australia as a visiting academic from 2008 to 2009. His areas of research and teaching involve financial planning and advising, business valuation, corporate finance, project finance, investment banking, corporate strategy and corporate governance. He has published around 10 papers in reputed APTC journals and has presented his research work in more than 15 conferences.
Now requesting Aditya Mohan Jadhav, sir, to address the gathering. Please, sir.
Dr. Chandrashekhar Kambara, Shri Damodar, sir, Shrimati K.R. Meena, madam, congratulations on the award. Other prominent and distinguished literary celebrities on and off the dais. I am basically an engineer and then I have done my MBA in finance. I am a lowly bean counter and this is my first, it is extremely privileged to share a dais with such great literary people. So I thank Book Brahma for inviting me today and organizing this event. I represent the Manipal Academy of Higher Education, which has partnered with Book Brahma Foundation for this event, and I would like to convey that we are extremely proud to have this affiliation. So I am basically a Maharashtrian, and in my life till now I have spent equal number of years inside Maharashtra and outside Maharashtra, and that's why one of the other reasons I thank Book Brahma is त्यांनी यावर्षी मराठी साहित्यिकांना आमंत्रित केलेले आहे आणि त्याबद्दल मी त्यांचा अत्यंत आभारी आहे. It is time that we integrate languages, and that is what I always strongly believe in. I was lucky that my mother loves literature. She has studied various languages including Russian. I didn't get any of these language skills from her, but she made me read a lot. I have read biographies, and I have enjoyed works of whether it's Pula Deshpande, Shivaji Sawant, or Arthur Conan Doyle or Jeffrey Archer, many others. But one author who really impressed me was the work of Sri Bhairappa. Okay, the first novel I read of his was Parva, and it really made me rethink what I generally knew about. And for years I did not know that he actually writes in Kannada. The reason being that whatever I have read, his works, I have read it in Marathi. And the best part I really think is that the ability of a beautiful translation from one Indian language to another really takes the cake. And you can't have an English translation really capturing it the way Marathi or any other translations happen. And that's why I think this is something we should really cherish a lot. I'm not going to discuss anything about what MAHE does or anything, but I actually stand here in front of all of you with a very humble and sincere request. And that request is to recommence or reinvent or reinvigorate the habit of reading amongst the young students. I'm basically a faculty. Whatever the other roles I have done are secondary. I am a teacher of finance, and over the last 20 years I have seen a deterioration in the habit of reading amongst young students. It's no more the same fun. They are bombarded with the audio-visual medium to such a large extent that the ability to read is almost non-existent. And a simple example I would tell you, when I studied my MBA degree, it was not like that we read a lot, but still a case study given to us in MBA would be around 25 to 30 pages. And Harvard case study, and our faculty expected us to read it and would shout on us if we did not read. Today, the deterioration in the reading has come to such a level that Harvard itself has gone ahead and created versions of the same case in 5 pages, because they know that no one is going to read the 6th page. So when an institution like Harvard is compromising on its own learning resources because students don't read, what are we really looking at? The reason I strongly believe in reading is because reading creates an imagination. Okay? Audio-visual mediums does not create an imagination at all, but reading will allow you to imagine. This is a very idiotic thing that I ever did. But when I was reading Sherlock Holmes for the first time, and I was a engineering second year student, so you can understand, okay, just to understand how it would be feeling there, I like an idiot smoked around 8-10 cigarettes in my room, closing all the doors to just have that smoke around. It's a different thing that my room partner threw me out and then I had to change the room because he complained. But you see, today's student, if he is reading Harry Potter, he does not think to imagine. Why? Because he has seen that movie and he can't imagine Harry Potter in any other way than what was shown to him. And that lack of imagination is something that is going to cause more difficulties to our people in their cognitive abilities of the future. And hence, I thank Book Brahma for organizing such festivals, because these are the festivals and these are the forums which will ensure that students come back to the basic aspect of reading, the language, the experience and the imagination, which is going to be the most important thing that will take them forward. AI and other things, forget it out. Basic reading is what I think. And MAHE has a very strong commitment to it. And that's why Sir, MAHE will continue to support Book Brahma, not even today, in the future as well, and many more literary festivals. And that is something I am very happy to inform. So I thank everyone once again for inviting me here. And ma'am, congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I'm requesting Professor Nadoja Hampa Nagarajaiah sir to address the gathering. Please, sir.
K.R. Meera ji, Dr. Chandrashekhar Kamba, and friends. Having soaked in the nectar of Kannada, Malayalam, Tamil, and Telugu for our prominent South Indian languages and enjoyed its literary symphony for over 65 years, the Bangalore Festival of 2024 descended like a shower in summer. Rain just does not fall, it transforms. The Bangalore Festival opened a glorious chapter in the history of South Indian languages and literature because a study of these languages has not been on the radar of the Government of India's language priority. In the past 11 years, the Government of India has spent rupees 2,532.59 crores to project and promote Sanskrit language. Rupees 837.94 crore for Urdu, 426.99 crore for Hindi, 113.45 crore for Tamil, 12.65 crore for Telugu, 12.28 crore for Kannada, only 4.63 crore for Odia, and rupees 4.52 crore for Malayalam. This reflects language politics, and Sanskrit alone enjoys the unlimited bounty of 2,532 crore as against the total meager amount of rupees 147 crore for all the four Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Malayalam languages, all put together. And again, within these four languages also, politics has played its role. Tamil got 113.48 crore as against a very small amount of rupees 34.45 crore for all the three Kannada, Telugu and Malayalam languages put together. The South Indian languages have never been given its due share. How long and how far should we suffer this blatant negligence and partiality? I refrain from making further comments on this issue and reserve my reaction for a different occasion and for a different platform. What other better legacy can we have leave behind our new generation of writers than a meaningful concept like the Bangalore Literary Festival? Needless to say, when the mega literary conferences are losing their credibility, the Bangalore Festival has become a ray of hope for a meaningful literary forum. The Bangalore Festival offers a different pair of glasses or a prism through which to view the vista of literature of these four languages. In fact, the participants were happy that they experienced the glimpses of the vibrant socio-cultural history of more than a millennium of these languages and a panorama of its literary development as reflected in the writing of the present-day writers. The Bangalore Festival is building a strong and sustaining bridges between languages and culture of the country. It has made a humble but meaningful beginning with the 4 South Indian languages, or the soul of South, but it will not stop there, because it's a non-stop journey to promote peace, friendship, and keeps traveling slowly and steadily from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. Friends, we were here after a successful Bangalore festival of last year, 2024, learning some lessons and recognizing the area that needs to be improved and focused. Book Brahma is always on the move with its motto that there is always scope for improvement. It is truly a homecoming that we have met again. We were here last year. We are here this year and will be here next year and many more next years. Sathish, Devu, Pattar and his team takes delight to welcome you in 2026, and the count begins from now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. Now I request Damodar Mauzo, sir, to address the gathering.
K.R. Meera, with the awardee. Frankly, to share with you, this is the first time I find the awardee taking the center stage. Generally, it is the organizers or some jury members, they lead the show, and then somewhere in the corner, the awardee stands. But this is the first time I really congratulate and I compliment the organizers that the awardee is given the center stage. My writer friend, Meera, then my fellow writer and also fellow Jnanpith awardee, of course, very senior to me, Dr. Chandrashekhar Kambara, Mr. Veeraraghavan, who has been here with you, another legendary author. Then I just heard Mr. Aditya and also the members of this committee, Sathish and Devu. Anyway, this is the address. Friends, I consider myself lucky to be here at Book Brahma Literature Festival. First of all, this is supposed to be Soul of South. I am a Konkani writer from Goa. I do not know where I stand, whether to the north or to the south. I am sandwiched. This language is sandwiched between north and south. But then, well, I am equally happy that both consider myself their own. So I am here as Soul of South, and I can be to Mumbai or any other part also as Soul of the North. So anyway, I am very happy to be participating here. This is not my first time at Book Brahma. Book Brahma inaugurated its awards-giving function in my presence, and I consider myself lucky. The first time when the awards were presented, they were given at my hands. And I remember distinctly how it is growing. This Book Brahma, which when I participated, I hardly had heard about it because it was mostly operational online. And I remember that time it was the contest, the award was given to the winner of the contest. And I was really surprised that nearly 500 short fiction writers participated in that event. If I am mistaken not, please rectify me. But I remember distinctly how proud the authors felt, and that was the first time. So, well, everywhere I go to other literature festivals, I always share this experience with them, saying that how Book Brahma is promoting literature by giving awards to the newcomers and holding contests of this stature. But then now I see it is totally different show. Book Brahma has grown like anything. This is an amazing phenomenon that I have been noticing, and I'm very happy that you have been invited here for this edition of Book Brahma Literature Festival. I wish them all the best. And by the way, literature festivals I have attended quite a lot rather. Right from Sahitya Academy's literary festivals, which have grown into international festivals also now, and other literature festivals held elsewhere. I myself I myself am a curator of Goa Art and Literature Festival. We are holding it last 13 years, and to be proud of it, it was inaugurated at the hands of, the first edition was inaugurated by Dr. U.R. Ananthamurthy. So we have this connection. Yeah. So literature festivals are happening all over, but this time when I'm attending this festival, I have noticed that this is a festival with a difference, and very I feel proud to be here amongst the galaxy of writers from all over the South, mainly South. So I am very happy that I am given this opportunity to be present here, to be part of this award giving also, and I really am happy that the award has gone to a very deserving author. Authors don't write for awards, and particularly the authors of the kind of Meera, whom I know as a strong fighter, like many others there are. But then when Meera gets the award, I really feel proud that the award has given to the most deserving candidate. Mr. Aditya said I'm sorry, my earlier speaker said that more editions of Book Brahma Literature Festivals are likely to come in future. I'm sure Book Brahma has come to stay, at least for a long time in future. So there are many people who doubt whether literature will survive, writers will survive in the coming age of AI. But I have no doubt. I am very positive. And I know Book Brahma will lead the way to a brighter future of literature. I once again congratulate Book Brahma, I don't say committee, I can't say, it is not an institution. Anyway, yes, it has become an institution. I congratulate Book Brahma organizers for having this outstanding show, putting up this outstanding show and attracting so many writers from across South. I expect you will have many more editions of this festival. And thank you for your participation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your best wishes. Book Brahma Literature Festival 2025 ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಉತ್ಸವದ ಕುರಿತಾಗಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಕಂಬಾರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸರ್ ದಯಮಾಡಿ.
ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳ ಪ್ರೇಮಿಗಳೇ, ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಪ್ರೇಮಿಗಳೇ ಮತ್ತು ಅಭಿಮಾನಿಗಳೇ, ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂತಂದರೆ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾದಂಥ ಅಥವಾ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾರಂಭವನ್ನು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಥವಾ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೊಡ್ಡದೇ ಅಥವಾ ಅದರ ಸಮಾನವಾದಂಥ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು, ಸನ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ದೆಹಲಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಸುಮಾರು ವರ್ಷಗಳವರೆಗೆ ಇದ್ದು ಅವರು ಸಮಾರಂಭಗಳನ್ನು ಆಚರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಆಚರಿಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಅನುಭವ ಇದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ಒಂದು ಆತ್ಮೀಯತೆ ನನಗೆಲ್ಲೂ ಕಂಡು ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ, ಒಂದು ಆತ್ಮೀಯತೆಯಿಂದ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನನಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಮನುಷ್ಯ ತನ್ನ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಕರೆದು ಅವನನ್ನು ಗುರುತಿಸಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವನನ್ನು ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಸಮೇತ ಹೊಗಳೋದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಭಾಳ ಅಪರೂಪ. ಭಾಳ ಯಾಂತ್ರಿಕವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಯಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸ್ಥಳಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಆತ್ಮೀಯತೆಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದನ್ನು ನಾನು ನೋಡಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ದೇಶ ಸುತ್ತಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ದೇಶದ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ದೇಶದ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು, ಈ ಆತ್ಮೀಯತೆಯನ್ನು ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲೂ ನೋಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಥ ಒಂದು ಆತ್ಮೀಯತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಬಂದದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಈ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತಿರುವ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರನ್ನು ನಾನು ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ, ಆದರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತಿರುವ ಈ ಸಮಾರಂಭಕ್ಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಯ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಿಗೆ, ಅವರ ಸಾಹಸಕ್ಕೆ, ಪ್ರೀತಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಮೆಚ್ಚಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳು. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ತುಂಬ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್. ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬುಕ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಲಿಟ್ರೇಚರ್ ಫೆಸ್ಟಿವಲ್ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಯೋಜನೆಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಯರೂಪಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವಂತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಭರವಸೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮುಂದಿನ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆನ ಇಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗಿವ್ ದ memento on behalf of Book Brahma Literature Festival 2025 to our guest of the ceremony, that is Mr. Aditya Mohan Jadhav. So I am requesting Damodar Mauzo to present this memento to our guest Aditya Mohan Jadhav. Please, sir. And I am requesting all the dignitaries to join as well. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for making this award ceremony possible in this way. Thanks a lot. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬ ಹೃದಯದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಬುಕ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಪುರಸ್ಕಾರ 2025 ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗಿರಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಶುಭ ಹಾರೈಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಈ ಮೂಲಕ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ once again thank you so much for all the dignitaries who gave your time, shared your views and wished us. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. You may be thinking, awadi matadle ilvalla anta. Yes, don't worry. That is the second part of the session. That is Meera. Yes, she's going to share her views and the thoughts, where that lead is going to be taken by Archana Vasudev. Book Brahma Literature Festival 2025, the 3-day of festival, Utsava, 3 ದಿನಗಳು, ಬರೋಬ್ಬರಿಯಾಗಿ ಸೆಷನ್ಗಳು, 8 ವೇದಿಕೆಗಳು. The handling of the one stage or the sessions on one stage or organizing the different activities, sessions on one stage is one big deal or the task we can see. But making of the 8 stages parallelly with different sessions, requesting and inviting different authors and in different way of the literature is not just simple. Yes, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗಿದ್ದು ದ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ whatever we can say it is happened or possible, that's all because of your support, your love and your presence. Thank you so much once again. But yes, that is not the last. We have one more the segment of this session. That is what we are having conversation with KR Meera, where this is going to be leading by Archana Vasudev. And after this we'll be having the last day of the session, or the last day of the performance, or the last day of the fest, we can call it as. That is Bengaluru Club for Kathakali presents Duryodhana Vadham. So this is going to happen. That is almost 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes of the show it is. I want everything, because just I am giving the note of the preparation of the show, that is Duryodhana Vadham. From almost 3:30, they have started their preparations. Costume, makeup, everything. You can imagine, or you can think, the show is almost going to happen by 3:30 or 7 if you can consider. They've already started the preparations by 3:30. The preparation itself shows the weightage of the show. Requesting everyone, please be seated and watch that as well. And now I am requesting Archana Vasudev in conversation with KR Meera. This session is presenting by KSDL, Karnataka Soaps and Detergents Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome speakers on stage.
I'm extremely humbled to be here, sharing the dais with one of my favorite writers, Ms. KR Meera. So privileged to be talking to you on questions I always wanted to ask you. So this is going to be a very not too formal conversation. And I'll start with something that's very close to heart. I am a hardcore romantic. I assume you are too, reading all your stories. So my first question centers around that. I've noticed that your stories often explore love. It's not always tender. It's not always soft. Sometimes it's obsessive. Sometimes it's quite violent. Sometimes it's political, right? My question is, what kind of love do you find most compelling to write about?
Thank you, Archana. But please give me a few moments to recollect myself, because I'm too overwhelmed. I'm too excited. I'm too elated to receive this award. That too from two writers I greatly admire, Sri Kambara and Sri Damodar Mauzo, and then Dr. Hampa, Nagarajaiah, and it is such a wonderful moment, no? So please give me a moment to kind of gather myself. So you were asking about love. And you were asking how I could explore.
Yes, I've always noticed that that's something, love is a subject that you always try to explore. It's not the same in all your stories. Like, it's very, very different. If it's Meera Sadhu, it's different.
I have been trying to find out and to define it from the very beginning. Even as a child, I wanted to understand what love is. And as I grow old, it got confusing, more disturbing, more injuring, and more revealing. So I think every work of mine, or each and every work of mine, is kind of an exploration into what love is. And each book is my discovery or my answer to that question at that given time. So I don't know what I have found out. Maybe you should tell me what you got from reading it. But it's really a quest and investigation into into what binds us together and what gives meaning to our existence and what connects us to the world around us.
Correct. So, a follow-up question to what you just said. In love, in your fiction, in your fiction, do you consider love as a path to freedom or liberation? Or, for example, in Meera Sadhu, I've always noticed that there is love in Meera Sadhu, right? And there's no freedom over there. It's a beautiful trap, is what I've found. Am I right, or do you have a different take to that?
Oh, as I said, no. All the characters were in quest of finding out what love is or was. And Tulasi in Meera Sadhu had been on her own journey to find out the answer. But if you ask me what I have found out, I think love is something which completes us, which actually liberates us, something which actually gives you another world to live in, another universe to live in.
And you enjoy that?
Of course I enjoy. I enjoy as many universes I can create.
Right. So this is a general question, Meera ma'am. Do you think women experience and express love differently when you compare it with, in literature? Not just a general question, because we're talking about love and how much you enjoy writing different versions of it. Do you think women experience and express love differently than men?
I don't know. I can't answer that, but the women in my works, they love in a special way. Maybe men also love in that way, but I'm not sure. But why are you worried about how different it is? Why should you?
No,
what's the use of knowing the difference between the way of expression? What difference does it make?
To me, when I write or try to write, I haven't written as much as you do. I write more for the visual audience as a screenwriter. So the comment or a criticism that I have received personally is that it's so different from how men write. The concepts are different, or even for a simple thing, the way as a woman, it's a female take is completely different. And even after my first film, the comments or the criticism that I've received is, oh, your take on this is different. When a male director looks at it, it's completely different.
See, Archana, we are too used to the kind of stereotypical love and relationship that anything different than that will appear strange or cannot be understood, no? So it is high time that more women write about their exploration of love, their experience of love, that these stereotypes be destroyed.
That's a very good answer. Thank you, Meera ma'am. So my next question surrounds around the characters. Like, you have made wonderful characters, like so different from one another. Like you correctly said, that your every character is so, no character is shallow. It's so in depth. You read about them and then it kind of haunts you. It doesn't leave you. The characters don't leave your path. My question is, when you form a character, do they arrive fully formed, or does it just happen as you keep writing? I don't know if this is a question that should be asked.
I have written about this, that a story comes with the character. I write a story only when I get the apt character to tell the story or narrate the story. So there is this story, Kambara, which was in my mind for such a long time, but I didn't know through which character should I narrate the story. I didn't get an apt character to tell the story which I had in mind. Of course, that story was about, or it had the background of Ayodhya issue. It was there since 1992. I wanted to read that story written by someone else. I was looking forward to how it will be read, it be written. But I didn't get what I was looking for. And suddenly, I thought, okay, after the final verdict and things came out, I thought, okay, I'm going to write this. But I didn't get the character. Then, in one casual conversation with one of my lawyer friends, I heard about this jinn worshipper client, and there came my character. So I just realized that here is some characters. It's the most eligible character to tell or narrate this story of the division of the country, the division or the split in the democratic fabric of our nation. And I am so grateful for that conversation. That jinn worshipper and the woman judge, they brought the story. Without them, I couldn't narrate that story. They enlightened the story, they gave another dimension to that story.
All right. Is there a particular silence in women's lives that your stories always try to break?
Of course, I think every woman is trying to do that. Every artist who is a woman is trying to do that, break the silence, reveal what she is. Because, the portrayal of women in most of the art forms are made by men as they wanted to see women. They were not the real women, or they were not me. I couldn't see me in the creations of male artists or male writers. And so I thought there is, only when a woman writes or only when a woman reveals herself, you get a chance to experience what real life is.
All right. So you said that only when you get a character, only when a character is fully formed that you start writing, right? As I understood.
I want the right character.
You want the right character.
I'll wait for that moment when the character comes with the story.
Got it.
So here is the story of one small short story. One day I was working in my office, that is, I was a journalist, So in the newspaper office I was working, and that day we had a meeting, staff meeting and all. So you know how we are particular about the deadlines. So close to the deadline, the staff meeting ended, and I was rushing back to finish my page. And then suddenly I got a call from the reception that someone wants to see me. So I was really annoyed because I didn't have much time to finish my work. So I said I can speak to him on the phone, but he said, "Ma'am, you just come down for a minute. I just want to tell you 2 things and I will go away." Then I just went to the reception, and I saw a very old man waiting for me. He is from a villager, somewhat maybe 70 plus or so. So he said he wanted to see me, and he told me why he was there. He was a resident of Tiruvalla, that is a town which is somewhat about 38 kilometers away from where my newspaper office was. That is in Kottayam, where I live. So he came there because his wife was admitted in Kottayam Medical College. Then I just listened. When I heard that, I was alert. He said, "See, we went to church this this Sunday, that is 2 days ago, we were going to the church when my wife suddenly collapsed, and I had to carry her in an ambulance all the way to Kottayam Medical College. And then she vomited twice, and this is the first time I wiped her face. And then she asked me, Achaya, can you sing a prayer for me? And I sang for her. All the time I was really wishing that. I just thought this woman was with me all this life, giving birth to my children, taking care of me, and now she is lying on my lap, and we are going. So I was really, that was suspenseful, no? So I asked what happened to her. She's fine. When she came here, doctor said she needs a pacemaker. So we brought, that's a French machine, this person was telling me. This pacemaker, this is made in France. So I was joking to my wife, now will you start speaking to me in French? Will you understand Malayalam hereafter once the pacemaker is fit? And then he thanked me for some articles I had written before, and he went. I said goodbye, and I came back to my work, and I finished my page, but on returning home, it struck me that he came to tell me a great story. A great story, an intense emotional story about the relationship of a man to his wife. And that was I wrote it as a short story. Paipad Mudal pacemaker vare. And that story is very complicated, and I had used that dialogue, that sentence he had used. So what I was trying to say is that sometimes stories come to us. The characters themselves come to tell us the stories.
Awesome. I've heard writers talk about abandoning a character, leaving a character as they start writing because it goes too close to them, too much of attachment. Does that ever happen to you?
Because I myself is a part of the character every time, no? As I told today, the previous meeting, to me, every work is a selfie of mine, my soul, my life at different points on the road I am traveling. So it is me alone. I can't leave a part of me back. But of course, the 30-year-old me is not there. That is like an exoskeleton abandoned, no? It is now a story. It is left, I have left it like a story, as a story. That's all.
When we talk about literary courage, right? You, as writers, you have the freedom to write, express the way you want. Considering the current social and political climate, do you still think that we have the literary courage to express ourselves in our writings?
I think it's not a question of courage. It's a question of life itself. No? Without writing, without thinking, without at least fabricating stories in your mind, how can you live? That's the question. So there's not a question of courage when you are fully pregnant to deliver. You have to deliver. The child will come out. You can't contain it anymore.
Right. I know a writer who told me that there are so many stories.
But of course, coming to that question, it is not a very smooth or happy times we are living in. Of course, here is a Booker Prize winner, an adorable Booker Prize winner here. But at the same time, you see, the first Booker Prize winner's book is banned in Kashmir, along with 25 books. Okay? So that's the situation. It is not a very good time for literature or freedom of speech or expression. But still, you have to go on.
There is a writer who told me that, who keeps writing, she can't stop writing. And she told me that there are so many stories that she published and will publish, and there are certain stories that are written but will never be published. I'm just curious to know, do you also have such stories that you know that you will never publish?
Till now, no. Tomorrow, I don't know. Till now, I think I'll publish what I have written, but who can predict?
Ma'am, you've got many awards. I mean, today evening also you've got the prestigious Book Brahma Award. Does it add any kind of pressure on you, or does it give you that fuel to go ahead and do more?
What do you think, Archana?
I think both. I mean, I think there is a lot of pressure because people expect a lot more from you. People recognize your writing. And also there's this drive to write, so you have to better your writing. Does that happen to you?
Honestly, I'm happy to be on the center stage. And thank you, Book Brahma, for putting me in the center of the stage. Because if I'm not in the center of the stage, I'll be quite disturbed, be troubled. I don't like women to be sidelined. I like to be seen, to be heard, to be listened to, because by that you are promoting that culture or that mindset that there is something listenable or seeable or important in what women say. We are not yet used to seeing women on the center stage as we need to. And we have to forcefully take that place just to make people get used to that idea. You have to shout, you have to create problems, tantrums, just to make people get used to that. The sound of women, the shouts of women, the screams of women, the commands of women, they were so sweet. So this is a political activism, no? So I like awards, of course, and I like this award very much. Because when Vivek shan back, you know how I'm his fan, in fact. So when he called me, I thought he's calling me to invite me for some meeting or so, no? But when he told me that this is about the award, and when I heard that he was a part of the jury along with very talented translators, Sudhagar Ramandali, and the author and the curator of this festival, Sathish Chapparike, I was so happy because this came not from my place. An award from Kerala doesn't make much of a news to me, but from someone outside my place, outside my language, is reading me and thinking that this is readable, this is important, this is relevant, and it itself is an award, no? So I think this is a recognition for my language as well. When I write in, you know what, our language, Malayalam, is spoken by just 3.5 crores, that is 33 million plus people. And what about Kannada? Kannada is, I think it is about 10 million more than that. You have 10 million more readers, more speakers more than that. And Telugu has even more speakers than that. Tamil, of course, more than Kannada, but a bit less than Telugu. And still, how less we know about each other. How less we know about what is happening in our sister language. how many people in Telugu speakers know what is happening in Malayalam? How many readers in Malayalam know what is happening in Kannada? So there should be this give and take forcefully made, so that at least in this way we should integrate ourselves to the great idea our forefathers had when they constituted when they gave shape to the constitution of this country. It's about the fabric of democracy of this country. And I was asking Sathish what prompted him to think about such a festival, and he said it is because of the huge vacuum of South Indian languages in major literary festivals, which is true. Which is true. I will say that India is not that woman, the picture of the woman wearing sari and carrying that saffron flag sitting on the lion. India, the picture of India is actually her languages, her words, her languages, her sounds. India is nothing but her languages. And without our languages, we cannot think of national integration or true nationalism.
My last question to you, Meera ma'am, is I'm sure there will be a lot of writers here, men and women, who want to write, but quite afraid to take it as a profession. Because when I started reading more and started writing more, this was one thing that I used to hear from my family, that you can write, but you need something else too. What do you have to say about that?
I'm thankful to my Malayali readers for not failing me. I resigned my job in 2006 without anything to look forward to. No, I didn't have a job. I didn't have money. I had only loans to be repaid. But my only confidence was that I can write and I can earn a living. It was like it was challenging, no? You should say that it was sometimes, no, if you tell that in Malayalam, ഒന്നുമില്ലായ്മയുടെ ഒരു വാശി or ഒന്നുമില്ലായ്മയുടെ ഒരു പ്രതികാരം was in that. I wanted to earn a living through writing. I knew that it was not easy. I never wanted to be alone. I wanted to be surrounded by my readers. I wanted to be loved by my readers. I wanted my books to be read by as many readers as possible. I wanted that. That was my existence. That made me feel fulfilled. That made me feel alive. Still it is. And I would say that unless a society supports its artists and writers, it's not a good society at all. So when Sathish Chapparike called me first time, I told him that I'm going to learn Kannada and write in Kannada because, almost all the Jnanpeeth's awards had gone to Kannada writers. Even the Booker has gone to Kannada writers. And before that, when Bahurupi Publications, Srija and Sri Mohan, when they asked me for the rights of translation of my work, Bhagavanda Maranam, it was translated into Kannada, Bhagavanda Savu, by Vikram Kandikare. So when they when Srija called me for the first time, she said she's going to print about 300 or 500 copies as the first edition. And I was furious. I was insulted. I thought, there is about 48 million or 49 million people speaking Kannada. When globally, even in Kerala, there are about 80,000 people speaking Kannada. And here is one publisher offering me to print 500 copies of my book, which is unthinkable in Malayalam, no? Then only I found that this is the normal way in Kannada, that printing 700 or 900 copies is some kind of best-selling authors, no? It really hurt me. I ask you, the Kannada-speaking people here, Kannada readers here, how can you allow your writers to go like that? How can you let down your writers like that when they earn so many prizes for your language, when they just burn themselves earning the respect and worship from all other languages, winning so many prizes? You should support them. You should stand with them and give me more enthusiasm or more what should I say, support to learn Kannada and write in Kannada too. No? So this is very, very curious about Kannada people. They all have such a wonderful, just to think that so many literary talents like Shivaramakarath or U.R. Anandamurthy, we consider him as us, no? Sri Kambara, all of them writing, not expecting any readers, which is impossible for me. I want readers. I would die if no one reads die as a writer if no one reads my work. So this is something very important for a writer, and I wish there will be more Kannada readers, more readers for Telugu, more readers for Tamil, as we have in Malayalam.
Thank you, Meera ma'am, for a wonderful session. Thank you, audience, for being so lovely and patient and listening to us. Thank you very much.
I would thank Book Brahma again for this confluence of South Indian languages, which is really the need of the times and the hour. And I thank you, Archana, for such lovely questions. And thank you all.
Ma'am, small request, okay? Meera ma'am, small request, and the mic is open for the audience to ask any few questions. Since it is the last session of the day, we want to take that into the consideration. Yes, if anybody wants to, please. So please pass the mic.
Can you just switch on the lights there? I want to see the face.
Okay. Sir, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ lights on ಮಾಡಿ audience ಮೇಲೆ.
Hi, here.
To the control room. Please turn on the lights on the audience to some extent. Yeah.
So in the beginning of the conversation, you said love is like a liberation. But when will love become a trap?
Pardon?
When will love become a trap more than a liberation?
I didn't get the question.
So in the beginning, right?
I said love is like a liberation.
Liberation, right? But it can also become a trap.
It is a trap when it is not love. The answer is so simple.
Hi, Meera. Thank you, both of you and the Book Brahma Festival, for putting this amazing session and the festival together. It's my third consecutive day of attending this, and it has most certainly been amazing. My name is Radhika Mahata. I work as a matchmaker and a dating coach. And listening to you talking about love and the idea of how women need to put out their voices to express that was amazing. Given the kind of, Gen Z and Gen Alpha that is coming up, Meera, they don't have attention spans. We just heard Mr. Jadhav talk about, I think one of the speakers talk about how Harvard had to cut down from 30 pages to 5 pages for case studies because people don't have attention span. Are there any hacks, tricks, go-to, strategies that you as a writer are seeing in the world out there so that you get your readers' attention, not just to discover your book and buy it, but also to actually read it?
What are the tricks, no? You asked. I make them different. I make them unpredictable. That's the only way. See, people don't like predictable people, no? Even in relationships, you are a matchmaker. You know, once the other person becomes very predictable, the relationship loses its enthusiasm.
As psychotherapist Esther Perel would rightly say,
Pardon?
you need play. As psychotherapist Esther Perel would rightly say, you need that element of playfulness and novelty, even if the person is really known for 3, 4, 5 decades to you. Yeah, I agree.
Yes, anyone? Last 5 more minutes. That's it. Yes, thank you, madam.
They have to warm up to ask the questions. You should have.
Okay. If your warm up is done, then we can go ahead. If not,
Is there no question?
yeah, no, Damodar sir is here.
Always, every day, every minute, every second. I don't care. It's not a criticism on my work, sir. It's a criticism on me. Sometimes on my stand, my political and social opinions, of course. If there, I think my readers never criticize me.
Fine then. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot. And once again, ma'am, congratulations. Thanks a lot. And thanks for being part of Book Brahma Literature Festival 2025.
Thank you so much.